So if you haven't got bored of it already, in this video I'm also going to talk about the AI setter, meaning what exact triggers we use to run the AI agent and what it exactly does. Also how we deliver our agents to our client, what our process is and some of its limitations. So this is going to be for you if you have a high ticket coaching offer and you have Instagram leads and you want to convert them into booked calls. And you can get these people opting in through 3 different ways. One is if they message you a specific keyword. Maybe they see your ads, maybe they see your organic content, and they message you that lead. Those people are going to go right into the funnel and they're going to start talking to the AI setter who is going to end up booking them in for a call. However, if you are strong organically, you might also want to use comment keywords in which people see your post, they comment a specific keyword for maybe a lead magnet or something like that. We do send them the lead magnet, and a couple of minutes after, we also send a conversation starter message to get these people right into the funnel so they can start talking to the AI setter, get them booked in for a call. And now with this new ManyChat update, which came out a couple of months ago actually, when new people follow you, they literally just hit follow on your account. With ManyChat, we can send an automatic outreach to these people, and every single one of them who reply will also go into the funnel, go into the bucket, and start talking to the AI agent. And just for OCD reasons, I'm going to get rid of this little thing here. So what's the AI setter? Now, it's an AI agent that will turn all of these leads that opt in to booked appointments that you can close, or your closer can take those calls, get the money, sell your scammy high-ticket program, and make a bunch of money, go to Miami, maybe rent a Lambo, stuff like that. So this AI agent is going to make you rich. And it does a whole lot of things. These people who come into your funnel are going to get qualified. Can we even help them? Do they have the money? If they ghost in the conversation, they're going to be followed up with. And if they are qualified for your high ticket service, they're going to book it in for a call. If they are not qualified, they don't have the money, we can even DM close them on a low ticket product and get that extra cash without necessarily having to do any manual labor to earn that money. And obviously the AI is fine-tuned over years to sound like a human and can be customized to your brand, tone, and etc. And that there are also voice and video messages that we implement in the flow to make everything sound more human. And what this AI agent does is it brings people in who come in through these triggers, brings them through a flow of series of questions in which it books them in. And it's always aware of what the context is. Like, it knows that these people came onto your Instagram page, maybe saw a post, maybe commented. It knows about your scammy coaching program, what your unique method is, and everything about your program. So if people have questions about that, the AI can answer. We can also prompt specific objection handling to get over those objections, to make people book a call for your high ticket program, or again, get your low ticket school community or something like that. And as I said, we can customize the response style to match your brand. And this is just a kind of mock-up objectives of what the AI would do. People would come in, we would do a little intro, ask about their goals, ask about their pain points, qualify them financially. This is maybe for organic leads. We really like to qualify based on their age, location, and job. So if people are from India, under 18 years old and stuff like that, unemployed students, we can immediately disqualify them and maybe direct them to the low ticket product right away without really wasting AI model usage on these unqualified leads. We can send them a relevant case study based on the goals and the pain points that they mentioned, and create some urgency, qualify them further, do like a little bit more strictly, do they have the money, can they invest in themselves right now, etc., and then invite them for a call and then book them in, and also notify you or your setter or your VA to verify these leads before the call actually happens. So this is what the AI setter does. And then how we build it is when a client comes in, let's say this is you, this little GigaChad in the Monopoly vehicle coming in, we're gonna first start with a little, collecting a little setup fee from you, and that's what's gonna, oops, we don't wanna take the tile. You're gonna give us a little setup fee and start your journey on the service delivery road. And then the first step is gonna be blueprint development. So this is gonna be me and you together developing a blueprint that is gonna be the foundation of us building the agent. This is basically an onboarding document in which you write down everything about your business, your offer, your setting process, and I'm gonna come up with what objectives the AI agent is gonna complete in what order, which is basically this stuff right here, exactly what these objectives are gonna be customized to in your case. All the info about your business, your offer, and then the tone, style, customization, how you want the agent to sound. And I'm gonna go away with this little blueprint and do my thing. And a couple of days later, as you go down the service delivery route, you're gonna get to the V1 prototype stage, in which I will come back in about 7 days with the first version of your AI agent that you can try and give me feedback and see how you like it, see what you want to be changed. So you just give me feedback. At this point, the AI agent is not yet connected to your own IG. This is just for you to play around with it and test it and give me feedback. And then there's this little fine-tuning stage in which I implement the changes and the adjustments that you requested. And I'm gonna come back with an absolute beast of a, whoops, I don't wanna make it so big. I'm gonna come back with an absolute beast of a version 10 or whatever AI agent that is gonna be ready for deployment. This is when it's gonna be connected to your Instagram. It starts talking to people, it starts booking calls, it starts, selling your low ticket product, and we monitor the conversations to make sure everything works well. This is about 2 weeks into signing up is when we are ready to launch with the final agent. And then, you just continue. And of course, at this point you can decide, do you just want to keep using the agent at its current stage, or do you want to continue to optimize and all that stuff? Because at this point we can collect data about basically everything that is happening: reply rates, drop-off rates, conversion rates. Like, we see the data and we can make adjustments to the agent based on this data that we are seeing and these trends of seeing what we can optimize, or just your requests and feedback on what you want changed. And we can also do a bunch of split tests here, testing different opener messages, different scripts, different follow-up messages, and we can track the results of all of them and then fine-tune the agent to be better and better. This is an ongoing option as well. But nonetheless, at the end, at the finish line, there's gonna be a little AI agent waiting for you with a bunch of cash, with a bunch of money that it has collected for you, and you're gonna be a very happy man that you won't have to deal with human employees anymore. But yeah, so that's kind of how we build this stuff. And then just finally, I wanted to also reveal the limitations, because this also comes with its own limitations. So the platforms that it can work on are the platforms that Go High Level connects to, because we use Go High Level for this. We mainly take on clients who want to use this on Instagram. It also works on Facebook page, which is pretty simple stuff. And it can also work on WhatsApp, SMS, email. It does not work on Facebook personal profiles. It does not work on LinkedIn, and it also does not work on TikTok. I forgot to put that in here. And then it has a couple of limitations as well, which are with all Instagram automations. So we are not gonna be able to like the person's messages, and we also won't see if they like our message. So the AI won't be able to pick that up and continue based on that. We won't be able to show that we are typing. So the person sends us a message, and then a couple of seconds later, we just send the message back. They won't see this typing little UI. And it also won't show that we have seen their message. So these are a couple of things that the Instagram API just doesn't allow automations to use. And the biggest limitation really is the fact that we can only send automated DMs within a 24-hour window after the last inbound message that we received. So what this means is, if the person ghosts us, we cannot follow up 3 days later or 7 days later. We have a 24-hour window to keep sending messages. And every time they send us a new message, we again have 24 hours. So after every message exchange, we have again and again 24 hours to keep following up. But after they ghosted us for good for a day, we can no longer send automated follow-up. So that's a little limitation that we usually just use humans for. We send them a notification after 24 hours, like, hey, follow up with this guy. So it's an easy fix, but that's a little limitation that, again, the Instagram API simply doesn't allow you to do that. For no one, this is possible. So yeah, this is really the AI setter, some more geek stuff about this. And if you would like to try a demo, see how it works, go on my Instagram and message me, start demo. My Instagram is going to be in the description. Just message me the keyword start demo, and you can try out how this works in action and see if you like it. So cheers.